Alright, Paul, who do we have for race number 2? Race number 2 of the men's division will feature the Coastal Gods, Amir Jackson and Thomas Leaguerider, taking on Funentaro and Chris Nelson. And here's the look on the lineup, by the way it looks at it. And here we go. The players will line up and ready to go. We start the race. Okay, let's see what happens for race number 2 of our men's division portion of the show. Both teams are inching neck to neck so far in the start of the race. Which one of them will gain the upper ground later on? We'll find out in just about a moment. Right now, the 4 Chao are going to eat the fill. And it looks like all of our Chao are dancing by now. And number 8 is going to rise. There goes number 7, busting down the line. He has command of the lead up at the front, as number 2 wins the opening toss this time around, trying to stay alive in the game. And it looks like number 1 is going to rise. So he's going to be left behind in the competition. And it looks like a couple of Chao are heading for the water. A couple of upper Chao taking the bridges, as Amir Jackson under the Coastal Guards takes speed bus number 2 of this race. I think he has the lead over the Kermoin. His team should be leading over Funentaro and Chris Nelson, by the way it looks at it. Right now, number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. But who really got the next command speed bus? It is number 8, Natsu, trying to lead the other Silver Chao, along with Thomas Leaguerider and Chris Nelson in the dust. Right now, number 7 is getting left behind in the competition, as Funentaro will have the next command speed bus. And number 8 was pausing more, so he's about to drop down a couple places. And number 1 pausing more, so he's going to be left behind in the competition, all the way in the back. And who will get the next command speed bus? It is number 7 who gets it. Trying desperately to get back in this one. For number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. He was way behind so far for the entire race. About the entire race so far, I think he was going to be left behind in the competition for sure. And it looks like number 7 pauses more in, as Chris Nelson takes the next command speed bus, trying desperately to get back in this one. He's in 3rd place right now. Funentaro is in 2nd place, and Amir Jackson currently leads over Funentaro by a couple of feet as they head into the home stretch. Who got the next speed bus? It's number 2 who gets it, trying to lead the other Silver Chao in the dust, and he doesn't need to go to rest. And the other Silver Chao going to rest. Number 2 transform mode, but he will have a dominating lead over the 4th Silver Chao right now. As number 1 takes the next speed bus, looks like Funentaro made the pass on Amir Jackson, and Funentaro did it. Funentaro and Chris Nelson made a comeback to wheel over the Coastal Guards. What a deal! As number 1 expected to close this one out, back to BUS, and number 7 has no hopes of spotting whatsoever. Alright, so after a dominating performance, it's Funentaro and Chris Nelson who came out on top in it. There you have. That's why we'll be right back with more after the break. Do not go away.